accidentally ordered the blonde roast instead of the intense, and it is pretty good, but it's very smooth. And if you've heard my coffee rant in the past, that I enjoy a little kick with my coffee, a little bitterness, a little bite, and you can make this strong, but the intense is my favorite. And I don't know how I accidentally ordered this. I just clicked purchase again, didn't even look, added it to the cart, bought it. Anyway, I finished work early. I'm just clearing out the email, and I've got some errands to run, so I figured I would just take you with me. I need to drop something off. I need to return a few things from Madewell. I'm kind of sad about the return because it's this really beautiful pair of terracotta pants and a denim vest. And the vest is very 70s, kind of Western, the perfect vest for me. And I liked it when I tried it on in store. But I got home and I tried it on with the rest of my wardrobe. And something I'm doing now is I'm leaving the tags on until I can find several things in my existing wardrobe to pair it with. And I couldn't. And then I watched the footage back because I recorded some outfits I was trying to make, and it just doesn't look good. So I'm returning those. I need a wallet. My old beautiful Kate Spade wallet that my mom got me years ago is finally falling to pieces, and little pieces of leather are getting stuck on my cards. So if Madewell has wallets, I'll probably get a wallet. I may go by Marshall's if Madewell does not have wallets, because I also need a pair of sunglasses. And my favorite sunglasses have always been, they're probably not $10 now, but they used to be about $10, Jessica Simpson from Marshall's. Because the ones I have now are from Quince, and they look cool, but they hurt. They don't hurt, but they mark the bridge of my nose terribly and leave 2 red marks. So we'll see where we go. I also kind of want a coffee. I'm probably just going to make a coffee here because I've already had a coffee and a half. So I'm just going to make another half. And that's my caffeine limit for the day. Somebody just got in their car and I am so weirded out. But I don't know if these are just too wide leg or there's something about the drape. And even though they are wide leg, it feels like the very bottom of the pants can't make up its mind. Does it want to be a boot cut? Does it want to be a straight leg? I know that sounds weird, but every single shoe I tried with them, the way that they fell and surrounded the shoe was just weird on me. And the second thing is this really cool denim vest. I've been looking for a vest, either a front tie vest or a linen vest, but every single one I've tried, maybe I just can't rock a vest. I thought this one would be perfect because it's kind of 70s, kind of Western. And I thought that I could wear it open, but it looks weird open. When I button it, it fits, but the buttons are screaming. And if I go one size up, I can tell it's just gonna be way too big in the armholes. So I thought if something's this hard to make work in my wardrobe, I should probably just return it. So I finally made it, and I desperately need a coffee. I made a coffee to go. I put ice in it. The ice immediately melted. I thought I made it strong enough to be an iced coffee, but when the ice melted, it just tasted watery and disgusting. So I switched it out for a hot coffee, and it wasn't good either. So I think there's a Publix or something around here that has a Starbucks in it. I do have plans tonight, so I feel like it's okay to drink a little caffeine right now. I'm going to a friend's house. She's making a Mississippi pot roast, and another friend's coming, so it's us 3 girls. So I feel like I could use a caffeine boost. It seems like I've had a lot of caffeine, I know, but I actually feel really tired today. Okay. Sometimes I'm fun and I'm bold and I don't mind slightly vlogging in public, but then sometimes I'm completely weirded out, like today. You know when you're just having one of those days, but then they make your Starbucks order perfectly and it makes your day just a little bit better. I did wind up getting a wallet, but I wish that I would have waited and got one from Quince, because I feel like Quince is a really good store for just basics. I did not know how much the wallet was because I couldn't find a price tag, and I thought, well, maybe they don't put price tags on their wallets. You just bring them up to the counter. And since I was already up there doing an exchange, this wallet was $78. This wallet. I do like it. It's pretty. It's me. I like the color, the brown leather, and I like that it zips all the way closed. They did have just some card holders, and I thought about that because this purse is just a bit smaller than my other purse, and the way that it's shaped, my old wallet, which I didn't want anyway because it was falling apart, but my old wallet wouldn't even fit in here. So I thought just a small little card holder would be perfect, but I don't like the idea of my cards and my license and everything just kind of being loose, and I like that this one zipped all the way. And it is a nice wallet, but for $78, is any wallet that nice? And this is what it looks like. I like that it has this little flap for change or whatever you want to put in there. I could probably even fit a lip balm and a lipstick in here. And I like that. I like my lip products being enclosed so they don't perhaps melt in the South Carolina sun and get all in my purse. And then here's the cards. It doesn't have the clear pouch for your license, but I've never been able to just flash my license as if it were a badge. They always make me take my license out, so that's fine anyway. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put, which these days I can just tap my phone. And speaking of phone, I would like a smaller phone too, because I can finagle this phone in here and it fits, but my phone is huge. But I looked and I think that either this model or one above is the smallest Samsung that you can get. And I'm sorry, if you're diehard for iPhone, I love Samsung. I love my Android. I will never stop. You can pry it. I'm not going to say my cold dead hands because I'm not going to die anytime soon, but you can fight me. No, I'm kidding. I don't. Violence is not the answer either. Okay. So I thought about going to a bookstore. If there's one close, let's just see. Let's Google. Let's map it up. I was gonna go back and work, but I feel like, I have just shot the whole day. Everything's in Charlotte. I live out in the middle of nowhere in rural South Carolina, and not everything's in Charlotte. I could go to Columbia, but I'm in the middle. So I could go to Columbia, I could go to Charlotte, I could go to Florence. They're all about the same distance, but I do feel like there are just more things and better things in Charlotte, such as healthcare providers, stores, shopping centers, bookstores. And this is 4 miles away, but is it taking me further? I think it's taking me, is it taking me to South Park? No, oh no, 17 minutes. See, it's 4 miles, but it's 17 minutes because I'm in Charlotte.
I just wanna go out on a walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk with you. You don't have to tell me anything.
You know, I don't know why
I just wanna
I feel like the Grandes used to not be this big.
I just wanna see your shadow next to mine, sailing over pavement with our 2 arms. I like to see the shape you're in from time to time. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine.
What does it say?
I just wanna see the same things you can see, understand the meaning on a new degree. Maybe that could happen when you're next to me.
Hello. I have not vlogged as much as I planned to for this trip, and I wasn't sure if I was going to bring my camera or not, or if this was going to be an official vlog or just a home videos. I know I've mentioned that I've wanted to bring the home video back, which is essentially a vlog, but it's more just for you and not for the world. So I wasn't sure if I just wanted to do a mix of both, where I share some clips and then some clips are just for me, but I've just been having the best time and relaxing and living in the moment, and I have not picked up my camera. And I kept thinking, I want to vlog this, I want to talk about this, I want to show you the books I bought. And today's the last day, so let me show you the books I bought. One of my books is down at the beach. I am not going to finish it. I've only read a few pages. It's called Murderland, but there's already been a ton of F word and then GD, and I think I'm just gonna return it. So I'm not gonna read that one. I did read The Summer She Went Missing. Fantastic. Very entertaining, all of the summer things. It's a young adult book, so it's kind of teenagey, but I haven't read a ton of YA, but I have found the ones that I have read are more wholesome, even though Murderland I think is technically a YA. I actually just ran up here to make an iced coffee. David is still down there under the umbrella, and while I'm up here I figured I would grab the next book that I bought. Let me run and get it. I didn't bring my water bottle or my reusable coffee cup that I just purchased, so I'm glad this place has this. It's perfect. My iced coffee is in here. It's the one I rave about. This is the first time that I've tried it iced, and I wasn't sure if the powder was going to melt easily, but it still melted and it kind of bloomed and there was crema anyway. So this stuff is amazing, and the Intense is my favorite, which I feel like I already talked about this in this vlog. I'm not sure how many clips are gonna be together. Anyway, okay. This is the Summer She Went Missing, and this is the Summer Guest, so I think I'm gonna start this instead. I feel like this is kind of detective-y, CIA, something spy. A teenager vanishes and Maggie's neighbor becomes the prime suspect. She joins the investigation, determined to prove her friend's innocence. This looks fun. Oh, I don't know how I'm holding the camera, I'm sorry. How I go about buying books is I usually look at the synopsis first, and then I'll read the first page of the book just to see if I like the writing style. And if it's gripping enough for me to want to read past the first page, that lets me know I'm probably going to enjoy it. And even Murderland, it seemed interesting. Everything seemed interesting. It's a murder on a fairground, and these teenage friends, I think, are gonna try to solve it, which, that's my favorite. I love those type of shows and books, but the writing style really didn't grip me as much as The Summer She Went Missing. This one, being an ex-spy, isn't usually what I gravitate towards. I think because I've watched and read so much crime solving, like, is it John Grissom, the James Patterson, Alex Cross, all of the Law and Order shit. Like, I've done all that, and I'm kind of just moving into wanting things that are light, not too heavy. That's kind of what I'm into these days. The iconic IGA. Wait till you guys see the inside. What I really want to do is lay on the floor and go to sleep, but I'm not going to do that because I need to get ready for church. So I thought I'd show you the makeup that I took to the beach and the makeup that I've been wearing every day, which is the bare minimum. I wanted to show you at the beach, but I didn't bring a tripod or a mini tripod, and then I didn't even bring a mirror. The only mirror I brought was this tiny little mirror, so I didn't have the setup. So I figured I would just show you now. I remember on one of my past videos that I deleted, I was having a conversation in the comment section about doing no makeup and how it always just misses the mark. Sometimes it looks like you were in the middle of doing your makeup and then you left the house. It's just not enough. It has an odd look. But then for me, when I would do more, it just wound up being a full face. And I think I finally figured out how to not look weird doing the bare minimum. And that is to not wear concealer. And if you have darkness under your eyes like me, you're probably thinking, absolutely not, it's a non-negotiable, I have to wear concealer. But there's something about doing not all of the normal face steps. For me, it's just a tinted SPF and cream blush, but there's something about still doing the cream blush and bronzer that just automatically brightens this area up, and I don't need concealer. And I love it. Not having to do all those steps is amazing. So I'm gonna start with the RMS Supernatural Radiance Serum SPF 30. This is the medium, yes, the medium shade. Now it's gonna look really dark when I first put it on. It's gonna look crazy, but it does blend out and kind of tones down. Now, I like the way this looks. I like the performance of this. I do not like the smell. And at this point, I feel like it's just something in my skin because I tried that Sky and Soul Beef Tallow sunscreen and it had the same smell. So I don't know if something is interacting with my skin specifically. And when you first put this on, it has a light citrus scent and it smells good. But in no time at all, if you ever laid in tanning beds in your younger years, hopefully you're not doing that now. I do know someone who still gets in the tanning bed. That kind of burnt flesh smell when you get out. That's what this smells like. But I'm almost willing to put up with it because I like the way it looks. And I feel like I don't normally have to rub my skin this hard, but I'm dehydrated. Even though I've drank a ton of water, so I feel like my skin is just soaking up the product and I'm having to really work. But typically it just glides on really smooth. There's that, it's just a nice bronzy. It evens out the skin tone just a bit. It's not really gonna give you coverage, but I do feel like it just makes it look like your skin just looks really nice. Now I do cream blush, and there's a few that I've been cycling through. The Tower 28 cream blushes I adore. I have Golden Hour, which is kind of a straight orange. Then this one I've been liking more than I used to. I had laid this one aside for a long time, but I pulled it out just to try it again because I wanted to start shopping my stash and using up the makeup that I have. And I rediscovered how much I love this color. I think I thought it was too red at one point, but I feel like I was probably applying too much. It doesn't take much with these. Also, my Westman Atelier Baby Cheeks in Chouchette, which is a pink with a bit of peach. I took the orange one to the beach, but I think I like this one a little bit better. So I'm gonna do this one today. This on tan skin, let me zoom in just a little. This mimics being in the sun a little too long. I'm gonna run it up on my nose just a little bit. Sometimes I'll just do just a touch. I don't want to look like a clown and actually put a reddish blush on my forehead and chin, but just to kind of bring this color everywhere so it's not just like this. Okay, and this one's broken. That's the only thing. This is my second packaging of Tower 28 cream blush that has broken. I feel like it just breaks very easily. The orange one I had, and the reason I had to repurchase is because the old one was just kind of sitting out exposed because the top broke on that one as well. All right, so then I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush. I think this is a concealer brush. It's a BK Beauty 110, and I'll use that to just blend the lines. So I really won't go, except for my nose. I want my nose more blended, so I'll go on top. But I'll just go around the edges of where I put the cream blush just to blend the line so it doesn't look like it. Because even though I did just stamp it, I don't want it to look like a stamp. I'm gonna comb my brows up, get the frizz. Every time I lighten my hair, I'm amazed at how much thicker it looks because the color swells the hair shaft. But then I have to deal with extreme frizz at the root. And I was gonna include so much more in this vlog, and I wound up deleting some stuff because I talked for about 15 minutes about a couple of bath products or a deodorant and a body wash. And I thought I could just put that in a video of either favorites and I guess unfavorites instead of putting it in a vlog and taking up so much time, and nobody probably even cares. I'll go ahead and do some bronzer. I've been using my RMS bronzer in Bikini Beach, and this is a BK Beauty 111. I just do a couple taps. And if you're hot and sweaty, this will also act as a setting powder. And I also like to stamp it over the blush just because cream blush can tend to move around as the day goes on. If you do go out in the heat and you're sweating, it just kind of sets it in place. And this also has a beautiful smoothing sheen. So I just like it as a setting powder. There's that. And this is the same color as my skin right now. I've been really avoiding the sun the past several summers. I say that. I've been extra diligent with my sunscreen, wearing a hat and not baking on purpose, but I was reading on the beach. I thought it had been about an hour, and David was like, babe, it's been about 3 hours, and I got cooked, and I am about 5 shades darker than my natural skin tone right now, and we were only at the beach a couple of days. I tan very easily. At the same time, I can get hyperpigmentation, tons of freckles very easily. I did buy this sunscreen that has essential oils and mentha in it. And the only reason I bought it is because something has happened where the smell of sunscreen, like Copper Tone Baby, for example, where there's no fragrance, it's just the smell of sunscreen, it almost turns my stomach. And at the same time, I like things that don't have fragrance and essential oils in it, but I just wanted something that wasn't the sunscreen smell. And this one did smell good. And it had a slight tingle, which I know is crazy from the mentha. I don't even know if it worked or if I just was out in the sun too long and forgot and didn't reapply. Now I'm gonna do some brow gel, and this is by Milk Makeup. It's the KUSH Fiber Brow Gel. I have the shade Grind. I did do a mini book review, and now I've started the Summer Guest, which is adult. It's not young adult. And you can tell when the writing goes from young adult to adult. And this one I can already tell is right up my alley. When I read the synopsis, I wasn't sure because there's some ex-CIA members who have retired. But one thing I love about this book is I really enjoy when every chapter is a new point of view or about someone totally different and nothing lines up at first. It's a brand new storyline. You're learning about this person. I enjoy that, and I assume it's all going to come together at the end. Sometimes I'll do a little bit more depending on the occasion. I will throw some bronzer in the crease as eyeshadow. I'll do my faux liner with powder, my little flick that I always do. I'll do mascara, but I haven't even been wearing eyeshadow or mascara. I've been doing this and a lip. And for my lip, I've been just combining two lip liners. The VIEVE lip liner in Brat, it's a pinky brown. And you know, when I first got this, I think I just went too hard because I felt like it was just really dark. But if you just kind of lightly brush it, and today I don't think I'm going to add the second one because I am so dark that this is gonna wash me out and I need some color. It's funny because when I was younger, this is so annoying, but I was that type of person where if something was mainstream, I didn't like it, or I said I didn't like it because it was mainstream, and I liked indie music and movies. If you remember the Sirius Coffee House station, I loved that station. I liked movies that won awards and stuff, and now I was even telling my husband, oh, if you just want to have fun, if you're thinking about watching a movie, check out the reviews on IMDb. Is that right? Internet Movie Database? Yeah, hilarious, especially if the reviews are bad. Some people write novels and they're well written and hilarious. But I was telling my husband, because a lot of people will rate a movie very low and then we watch it anyway and it's really not that bad. I just want to be entertained. It doesn't need to win an award. Even if it has all of the cliches, I know it's coming. Just like with a Hallmark movie, I'm still probably going to enjoy it. So funny how we change. It doesn't take this long to do lip liner. I think because I'm talking while I'm doing it. That's what that one looks like. I was putting this one on top by L'Oreal. It's called Timeless Coral, and it's really just a nude peach. Should I do it? No, I think it's gonna be too nude. Maybe I'll do a dot of the blush on top of this. Or is that gonna be too brown? And then I've been adding just a dot of this Physicians Formula Diamond Gloss. It's just their clear gloss, and this is a fantastic gloss. You can put just a little if you want your lips to look healthy, or you can slick it on if you want ice skating rink. So this is the bare minimum, and I don't feel like it looks odd. I feel like I just look a little bit better than being completely barefaced. You know, a little more polished. And you can tell that I'm wearing blush, so this isn't quite no makeup. If I just used a lighter hand, you wouldn't be able to tell, but that's tough for me because I really like blush. I think I'll do a very light stroke of mascara. I think I need to just end the vlog here and not film anything else. I planned on doing a complete wardrobe tour, but I think it would be more fun and interesting just to show you my favorite new pieces, because some stuff is just a black tank top, you know? So I think I'm gonna do that instead of the wardrobe tour, but let me know what you enjoy seeing if you're liking these vlogs. These vlogs are really fun to me. I feel like they're easier to film because they're casual. Things don't have to be perfect. The audio doesn't have to be perfect. I do want to do more style and beauty things as well. I didn't mean to take another kind of longish break, but with prepping for vacation and then going to the beach and 4th of July is coming up, it's just been a lot. But I hope that you enjoyed this video, and thanks so much for watching.
Still rough around the